Here's Morris, who did stay out last night and in his bed, warm. So that was good. He's here. He's waiting on Mama. Don has already moved Ruby out for me because he's fixing to get in a conference call. I asked him to put her where I didn't have to drive over the ice. We were down to 25 last night, I think. Don said it's pretty bad when 25 is not seeming very cold. I agree. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Good morning. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow with a chance of some frozen stuff ending it, but more north, which means we won't get anything. I don't know. I don't know what rain's going to do to this. We don't have super duper cold coming, but still. So, I don't know. I'm okay if we don't see any more snow or sleet. I did yesterday. Not scrape hard, but I removed some of the snow from Morris to make it easier for him to get over to the cat hotel when he was being upset about the, snow, not enjoying the snow. Well, we don't have as much of a blue sky today. It's kind of milky right now, but that's okay. Morris and Stripe are over here on the asphalt just below the cement, a ways, about 20 feet, hanging out this morning. Well, I guess I'm done with chores. I thank Dawn for coming down to the bird feeders and bird bath for me this morning. It was slippery. Very slippery. I'll be leaving for my chiropractor appointment and my normal stuff here in a bit. Don't want to not go to the grocery store 2 weeks in a row. We might start to miss stuff. I did get out my Valentine's Day Annalise yesterday. I love this owl. I remember when Michelle gave him to me. I finished decorating the tree. Alexa, turn Village on. I'm on it. It's got ornaments all the way down now. And 3D printed stuff and garland and there's cardboard big ornaments and there's little ornaments. Some fancy one at the front of each row. I think it says stuff on this side. Some of these glass shaped ones. And I was trying to think. I really like this one. The metal with the stuff. So I finished that. I got this all decorated. I added the four mugs last night. And I got mugs and a candle holder and the 3D printed love hearts up there. I did put some more roses over here. I made Dawn breakfast before I'm taking off today. Oh, there's still a little bit of black ice on the driveway, but not too bad. It's melting. We're going to be above freezing quick. It's nice and warm in Ruby. For us, it's kind of crazy that there's snow attached to the side of a couple of these trees. All right, it's 10:29. It says my arrival's 10:56. I always need 5 more minutes, right? Here's a little snowman. Mine's still looking good this morning, by the way. No catastrophes overnight with either of them, so that's good. Congratulations, Joshua. We are so proud of you, class of 2026. That was a big display. Got a few months to go. Well, I didn't look to see what schools did today. And I know if you're looking at this road right here, you're going to say, well, of course they're in school today. I wouldn't count on it. They're probably, I'm sure they had a delay or they had remote learning today. They still had, I think, 2 days of remote learning left, at least one. There was a big discussion online about why they already scheduled a makeup day when they had bank days and remote days left, and it was because they're trying to protect the Easter break by giving away President's Day. That was the short of it, which I guess I get that. But the problem's not out here. The problem's all the neighborhood streets in the shade. I mean, I'm sure that you can find a few. I'm sure you can. And we just don't send them here if the bus is going to have to go over black ice or, you know, conditions. So tomorrow we're supposed to be in the 40s. I think we're going to get close today too, but a little bit warmer again tomorrow. And we're supposed to have rain tomorrow. So hopefully that'll take care of the rest of it. But they did mention Triangle North, Raleigh North, a chance for a little bit of sleet accumulation. You know, I think at our house we could see a trace, and up near the Virginia line they might get an inch or something. I said this was not a big system and not a big storm maker and not to go stock up on groceries. Come on guys, so I'll stay in your lane and pay a little bit better attention. So, I don't know. I really do appreciate that we've got a lot of people out there invested in weather modeling and weather forecasting, and you know that they're doing what they can do to give us the best possible products so governments, businesses, and individuals can plan and live their lives. This is all housing developments going in here. There's an astounding number of additional units going in that location. 400, 600, I don't know. Bye-bye farmland, never to be seen again till the apocalypse. You know, all of us that live out this way are a little frustrated that this road that's a back road that we used to be able to take with some efficiency to get up to Holly Springs and Apex is basically going to become so full of housing that there's, you know, it's definitely not the quote-unquote back road or the shortcut anymore. But anyway, the weather guys, you know, I know they're doing the best they can, but I really have learned that, you know, anything more than 72 to 48 hours out, especially for a winter storm, you know, it's just, they don't know, and sometimes they don't even know day of. Yeah, thanks for pulling out there, bud. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Just passed the black Model X coming in the other direction. I lost a little bit of footage due to the card filling up and me not hearing the beep or realizing it. But we've completed in the Tesla app all the things we need to do for the Cybertruck prior to getting a scheduled delivery notice, which we have not received. Don's really hoping they don't like try to deliver it shorter than a 2-week cycle time because of work. It just, you know, wouldn't be super convenient. I guess it just depends if we happen to have a Saturday or Sunday delivery, or he would need to take off from work. I think she could have waited about 1 more second there before she started to turn the wheel, but since I knew she was waiting on the car, I didn't, I figured she'd handle it okay there. But we've done all we need to do. I'm excited. Don's excited. And I will definitely take the Cybertruck on a shopping day shortly after delivery when it makes sense to do so. I'm excited about the things we ordered for it. Don said definitely no wrap. The whole beauty of the Cybertruck is that it's durable. You know, he'll do what he needs to do to keep the stainless steel looking good, in good shape, but it doesn't want to add a wrap to it. And I don't really want to add a wrap either, by the way. I did tell him though that I would go. She started to get out there and then stopped, and it was okay to go. All I did was put my foot on the accelerator. I would like a vinyl decal of some sort on the tailgate so we can differentiate our truck from other trucks, or something that, you know, I felt that way with Jules in particular, but I might be feeling that way with Robot pretty soon. But Jules for sure. You know, I just want to be able in a parking lot to know it's my truck. I don't know where this person thinks they're going, and you know, like, buddy, that was not cool. He went up over the curb to go into the turn area from the wrong direction, and I have a feeling that they do that often and maybe live there. It wasn't cool with the other car coming down the lane, the street. But, yeah, maybe a vinyl sticker of some differentiating thing. But I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Yeah, she took me all the way around the shopping center this time. Yeah, you forget how long that wheelbase was until you see one in person again. Old school Cadillac. I'm not exactly sure what year that is. I was also able to get a front bumper view of the Cadillac, a picture, and Grok says it's between a 90 and a 92 Fleetwood Brom. Well, I knew it was a Fleetwood, four-door sedan, that era Fleetwood. But anyway, so I wasn't too far off. I said late 80s. When I saw the front grille, to me, I knew right away it was probably just a smidge older than I had originally said. Remember, I drove a 66 and then a 76. So that car's a little past my time. As I came onto the turnpike here, and Ruby's going way too slow, so I'm trying to get her to speed up. I'm in a hurry. I've pushed her up to 75. She's doing 61. Anytime she'd like to speed up more, that would be great. 62. Still refusing to go the speed I asked. Saw Sharon Harris right when I was getting on the turnpike. Reminded me to tell you that we did not experience any power issues yesterday, even though Duke had got the word out through every possible channel that people should be judicious with their use of energy between 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. yesterday. The thought process there being that everyone all in the area that they could get power from, I guess, we're all cold. All the surrounding states was very cold. And Monday morning peak turned everything back on manufacturing. If I had to guess, part of it was, well, manufacturing didn't have the normal peak because in some parts of the state they weren't running with a full crew. But maybe the messaging got out there that, you know, people really did cut back. Dawn had the heat pumps use a little less electricity on. We tried to do our part, because Duke can control our thermostat in the summer, but they don't ever cut people's heat down. I guess they're worried about the lawyer, the lawsuit potential for that. Although really they only cut it down for a short period of time, and then that amount of degrees it would drop in that period of time would be pretty small, even on a super cold morning. So, I don't know. We didn't have any power. I didn't hear anything about power blips. Ruby's still only doing 70. I have max set to 75, and I'm in a hurry. And the speed limit here is 70, so she literally will not. Now I have hurry, and I have it set to 80. And she's still now 71. I can't get FSD works great on Hardware 3 cars, but the stupid speed profiles will drive you nuts. So if they want to help us Hardware 3 drivers out in the short term, she's up to 74 now, which is respectable at least. If they want to help the hardware 3 drivers while they wait for whatever it is that's going to happen, they need to work on the speed profile part. That's the part that's a little maddening about on the hardware 3 cars, in my opinion. We don't have sloth, we just have hurry and standard. And they're not for any lower speeds, it's only for higher speeds, which that might be okay, because around town she seems to be listening to me when I'm doing what I used to do to be able to control the speed, so that's good. So she's up to 75 here, but I had to tell her a max of 80 to get 75. I'm here just in the nick of time, and the parking lot's actually pretty crowded today. My 30 minutes are up, and I am back in motion. Ruby's parked over here a little differently today. Like I said, it was busy when I came in. I didn't figure anybody was gonna park in between us. 3 cars over here, and it appears I was right. I guess Ruby's getting a little bit of crap on her today. I haven't gone through anything horrible yet. I don't think I'm gonna go to Lowe's today. With snow and ice still on the ground, I'm just not in the mood to haul home some other planting spring Japanese maple stuff that I might need. So I'm going to skip it today and just head over to Guardian Angel. UNCC's going back to, I guess, C1 operations at midnight. Basically, their school tomorrow. They have remote learning today, but tomorrow they're back in operation. So I guess that will work out okay. Tuesday is lab day for Johnny, but tomorrow is the 3 core courses, so it's probably good they get there in person. At least one of their classes yesterday met of the 3. I don't think they all met though, so they're a little behind. I decided to check out the Goodwill. It was very congested at the exit over there, but an easy turn in over here. Of course, I might just reach it very congested when I head out, but that's okay. Sometimes I go down there, turn around, and get back in the line instead of trying to turn left into the exit area. It's congested over there. I did not buy anything. There was a lot of Halloween and Christmas decorations. You know, people sometimes they don't put them away, they just donate them. But nothing I was in love with. There were really fancy like felt pumpkins, and you know, if you're moved into a house and decorating a mantle for Halloween into Thanksgiving, they had some particularly nice pumpkins. I was chatting with Michelle, and classes resume at NC State after 10 a.m. Michelle's taking Ariel back at 2. So things are starting to go into the back to normal. This is basically a pretty busy street, but a side street, and coming down past the new school, renovated school over here on the left. But even over here, it's looking fine. I thought this would be a shadier road. There might be a little bit on the road, but not really. Not really. Ruby alerted back there after I left the car. Look at the snowman. After I left the chiropractor's office for a pedestrian that was crossing the middle of that 4-lane divided highway, Highway 55. And, you know, I saw him and I thought he wouldn't be stupid enough to walk right out in front of me, but you never know. I slowed. He, you know, he needed to go walk out of his way and go down to the corner and cross in the pedestrian crosswalk area, but he wasn't doing that. I just felt, it's not that I wouldn't have liked to have helped him gotten across safely, but you can't just stop out in the middle of a 4-lane divided highway where no one is expecting you to be stopped. So I gotta keep my safety while not killing him at the same time. I love those blue-green pots there. That house is always doing a little something different with the front porch. I did stop for those women, even though they weren't in a crosswalk either. But I was able to get all the way off of the railroad tracks and visually make sure nobody was coming up behind me. There's a lot of times it stopped there for people turning into the park. So it's kind of expected there that you might run into stop traffic or people. A little different than in the middle of the highway. Okay, Hertz, it's time to reduce the inventory in this parking lot. It's been like this since Christmas, and we're in February now. And just, you know, it's too bad they can't just add another 2 rows of parking over in that field over there, but I'm sure they're trying to sell that as another out parcel. I don't know where the people would park if they build another out parcel over there, but I'm well aware that we have water runoff, green space, tree, you know, ordinances and things that probably prevent it, but well, there's 2 EVs Hertz is renting today. I found 2 Easter birds, bunnies. They're $2. I'm very excited. That was a good find. It really is a 2. Well, someone came and parked next to me. Hopefully they didn't have a passenger. I'm glad I got the 2 birdie things. I don't remember exactly what the ones I have for Easter look like, so I can't certify if I have these or not, but at $2 a piece it doesn't matter. And there's room for a duplicate if I do. I guess officially I'm collecting these now instead of Anna Lee, but if Anna Lee, really nice Anna Lees show up, then that's, you know, also goodness. We are up to a glorious 48 degrees. I am not wearing a jacket. I am not cold. There's sun even. It's great. Not too many times you see snow piled up in the corner of our parking lots here. Up north and other places, of course, but not here. This parking lot can not really afford to lose the parking spaces. There's the Plaid X. Well, I had my cream. Cheese is on sale. And you might see a little something special in there for Don for his birthday on Thursday. I'm over here in Holly Springs, and I checked out a place I've not been in before called the Butcher's Market. I don't think this is going to become my go-to place for meat besides Whole Foods either. Or Harris Teeter. I did find my steakhouse onion cheese that I like that Harris Teeter stopped carrying and Whole Foods doesn't have, so I bought that. I bought a thing of cheese. I'm not sorry that I checked them out. I just, you know, I'm not seeing any chuck eye cuts. I'm only seeing the absolute most expensive steaks possible at a price that is, you know, primo price, not good price. And I guess I don't know what exactly I'm expecting, but what I'm looking for is not that. Very limited selection of cuts. I suppose if you were looking for fresh ground hamburger, they might have been a good place to go to. I should check out their website and try to understand, like, are they sourcing local meat? I don't know. He just went past the house. We're on a roll with meeting the Rivian van on the driveway. I had to back up from about here. Usually I would say fairly often I look down the driveway and up on the parking pad to see if I can see a delivery person. Today I did not remember to look. So there's the front yard. We still have a lot of ice around the bird bath. We need the area around the bird bath to melt. It is 50 degrees out here, but in the shade in our yard, well, we still got frozen stuff. Don waited on me. But you know, it's surprising that he knew it was me because the van made the thing go off. So you saw me even though it was the van that tripped the sensors?
That's right.
Okay.
I saw you had to back up a little bit.
I did. I had to do like you did the other day in Robot.
That's right. right. And Amazon, they've been in and out of this driveway all the time.
Yeah, it's been happening a little more lately,
Yeah.
more than normal. I mean, it happens a few times a year, but yeah. There's 2 deer behind you.
Oh, look out.
And it's a mama and a baby.
I agree. And they're not even scared of us.
God.
They're just looking at all
There, they took off.
this great deer food in this yard.
Mistake.
Hey, you can get more pickers in Whole Foods. They're sending home these little brochures so everybody can get their groceries delivered.
I took several pictures in the store today of how full the aisles were with people, both with employees, both restocking shelves.
That's good.
Yeah, except for overnight be nice. And picking groceries. I really want to tell you, I think there are as many employees in the store as there are people shopping in the store. It's that bad.
Wow.
I want to go to a Whole Foods that doesn't pick groceries. Well, that's what they call it. I mean, that is that is what they are called. I had 2 of them today, not stalkers, but people picking groceries. Almost run me over. They must be incentivized. The more orders they fill, the more better they do.
Sure.
I would prefer them to be incentivized to not disrupt the customer experience.
Right.
And that's how they're graded.
Right.
That might be less tangible figure, but you know, if I were the manager, it'd be like, don't you ever get in the way of a customer, reach in front of a customer, dart past the I mean, you just don't do that. And that's the entire shopping experience there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And there weren't any Cybertrucks in the parking lot today. I wanted to see where they were parking and how they fit in the parking space.
Oh, that's a good point.
So I would be prepared when I went up there to kind of know. But I mean, I've seen them parked in amongst the other cars, so it must fit okay. But you know how fussy I am. And I won't be any less fussy with the Cybertruck, even though it's the Tesla tank. So I won't.
It adds character a few dings. It just adds character.
I'll be hot. No, not on my watch, baby. Not on my watch.
I understand.
Dot and I, we're not going to give away any hints. Well, we'll give away one hint.
Oh, yeah.
We started talking about names, and it will be sci-fi related.
It will be sci-fi related.
Where we have narrowed it down to 10 to 15. I mean, well,
fewer than that.
Yeah, but I mean, we've got like a list of 10 to 15 good names for a Cybertruck. Yeah. And we've got a few that we like better than others, but it's kind of fun. I have to tell you that, you know, I did start out talking to Grok about it, and he gave me a few. But then I was like, but how about this one? And how about, that's a good choice. And how about this one? Yeah, that one. I think that's really channeling your sci-fi and, you know. So I just want to say in this particular case, his imagination of what I might have wanted could have needed some beefing up. I was like, now that I've given you 3 really additional good ones, go find me some more, some better ones.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, we're having fun with that a little bit. Yeah. So, all right, I'll let you carry. This is stuff going out to the garage that was left over from when we thought we might lose power and not run the refrigerator out there because I hadn't gone to the store, not this weekend, but the weekend before. You know, we just assessed how much we had in the refrigerator and it wasn't a lot. So we brought it in here, but it's time to get this refrigerator back on track.
That's right.
With less stuff, more organized.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at Don and his February red. We're up here even though it's 5 o'clock. I may be in a mood about being up here exercising at 5 o'clock after being on the go all day, but tomorrow's my mammogram, so we probably won't get over here tomorrow because it takes so long to go to Durham and back. It definitely could waylay us because of Don working and stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to work when I get back from the thing tomorrow.
Right, so here we are.